Coming up on this episode of Outlook TV, Cirque du Soleil show Echo.
The Toronto Frontrunners.
The Vancouver International Film Festival 2024, and much, much more. Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Emily Ann Fraser.
And my name is T. We'd like to thank the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nations for the honor and privilege of filming this episode of Outlook TV on their traditional unceded lands.
Outlook TV is the queer magazine news show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast. And kicking us off, are you gay? Do you like films? Well, Angus has both of those things over at the Vancouver International Film Festival, where he shows us some LGBTQ films. Check it out.
The 43rd Annual Vancouver International Film Festival is in full swing, and today we're at the VIFF Centre in downtown Vancouver, where we're going to speak with their Director of Programming about their 2S LGBTQ films and filmmakers that are here for 2024.
This is our 43rd edition, so I oversee our programming team, which when we include consultants and our screening committees is several dozen people, as we assemble this program of 140 features, 90 shorts from 70 countries that's screening at the festival right now.
Sometimes the world just seems so distant.
Talk about a program that has cinema represented from 70 different nations, as well as, a wide plethora of cultures and communities within those countries as well. You're looking at ways that maybe narratives are specific to a given region or a given community, but also where you start to see parallels between the experiences that people are having in those spaces as well. And I think with any sort of festival, the more films you see, the more you start to draw these connections, see some of the contrasts as well, and you really leave with this enriched understanding of some of the world's cultures.
Who's LGBTQ plus programming for 2024?
I think it's been a nice selection of films and some nice parallels that are drawn between some films as well. For instance, there is a Norwegian film called Sex and a Toronto shot by a maritime filmmaker, a film called Cherub, which both kind of look at sexual identity amongst men. I think they're both kind of rich, more dry comedies as well, which are really quite enjoyable to watch and really engrossing character studies as well. We'll close the festival with Emilia Perez, which was an award winner at the Cannes Film Festival this year, directed by Jacques Audiard, who's been a long time regular at VIFF, and features this tremendous performance by Carla Sofia Gascon, who is a trans actress, and the entire acting ensemble actually won an award at Cannes. It's a bombastic musical. There's been a lot of music in the festival this year, and this kind of allows us to end on a really rich note.
Medio papa, medio tia, medio rica.
Main theater, the Van City Theater. So those 170 seats are now newly refurbished. They are as comfortable as they were the day the building was opened, as well as we have laser projection and Dolby Atmos sound as well. So this really is the crown jewel of art house cinema in Western Canada. I think it's important to include, again, a kaleidoscope of different experiences, including those films. It's representative of our artistic community, the communities in which we live, and the audiences we want to serve as well. And again, I think that the more kind of variety and diversity we see in these stories, the more we're able to emerge from the festival with this really rich understanding of the human experience.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at the Vancouver International Film Festival 2024.
David gets all bendy with our next story.
Yes, he's over at Cirque du Soleil with their new show, Echo, Echo, Echo.
Well, Cirque du Soleil has come back to Vancouver, and we're talking with the artistic director of their new offering called Echo, 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 Echo.
Echo is different in regard of the aesthetic. I should say the creative team went with the idea of try to keep very much, and I don't know if it's an English word, épuré work, which means that the stage, besides the piece of resistance, which is this massive cube, is open. It goes down to the essence of the pure acrobatics, as well as lines and the design of this cube. You know, there's something very cold, but in the same time, it's very warm and pure line with the design of the set, but also with the design of the acrobatics. So the environment will affect the product and the production at large. Last night we did a preview. It's cooler. There was some rain. Therefore, the moisture in the air is affecting the sound quality. So you have to do another type of mixing for that specific night. My role is the artistic director, therefore I'm here to give feedback on the performance, on the quality of the performance, or simply sometime on how can I motivate the performers to try something different show after show, just to keep it fresh and alive. So I will position myself at different parts of the house to have a different kind of visual interaction with what's happening in front of me. I think like any Cirque du Soleil show, there's going to be the wow factor of putting you on the edge of your seat because of the acrobatics level. But also we have a great pool of performers who comes from, I think, 18 or 19 nationalities, so part of the world. We have a very strong diversity, an essence of diversity on this production specifically. It's unique to ECHO. I think the message of ECHO, it's simply a reflection of what I call the passage of age, meaning the adolescent looking a purpose in society. Where do you fit in? And the metaphor of this cube, which is this massive block who could just be a wall, an obstacle in front of you, how do you disassemble and put it back together to create your own destiny or your own drive? The older gay men, you probably will like those two girls who hangs by their own hairs. There is no trick there, they do. And not just hanging by themselves, they are hanging on the one upside down and is pulling the other one by the hair. So I guess as a gay man, perhaps you may find this intricate and intriguing. There is no special effect, there is no wigs there, it's their own hairs.
So it sounds like this offering from Cirque du Soleil is going to be a little bit different, but still quite spectacular with all those athletic acrobats. My name is David C. Jones for Outlook TV. Don't miss ECHO.
Well, it's a perfect time to take a break because, T, I'd like to invite you to my personal backstage VIP.
Let's go to break.
This is Frontrunners Toronto, and you're watching
Outlook TV!
Welcome back to Outlook TV.
Andre gives us some back views of the Toronto Frontrunners. Let's go running.
Greetings everyone, salut tout le monde. Frontrunners Toronto is a social club for LGBTQ+ runners and friends run by member volunteers. Let's meet them.
Anyone can join Frontrunners. We're not a competitive club if you don't want it to be. We can be a social club. They see on social media people out running, being active, and people look at that and think to themselves, you know what, I can run, I should run. Why am I not a runner? That looks like a lot of fun. So right now the club's membership is about 250 people. So the age range of runners we have is from 20 to over 60. And that means you come, you might run, you might not, you might walk, you might come to the social, you might just come and cheer. You might come to the potluck. Like I said, it's not just all about the running. It's kind of a full circle social club for people as well.
It's great to be with other LGBTQ plus runners because you don't have to worry about your sexuality. It's actually just about being comfortable, being with people that actually somewhat understand you.
Anyone can go run on their own. I think people come to the club to get the social aspect, So that's kind of the nice thing is we all run together. We hang out afterwards and have a coffee. We'll have a little patio après in the summer when it's nice.
I've been running since university, which was about 10 years ago now. I just really liked the time by myself on the streets, and I was able to see the city as well. Being in a group with other queer people running has been great. It's been awesome focusing on a singular goal, and it's just been nice to meet other like-minded people.
Our club meets Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday mornings. We run year-round, and in the summer we have prettier routes where we go down into the Don Valley and on the trails and away from the traffic and stuff.
Well, I enjoy the social aspect of this. We not only run, but we do always like fun activities, some volunteering, some like socials after the runs.
We usually have over 100 runners doing the Pride Run. We've been top fundraiser, raising over $30,000 for charity.
First of all, I think finding a community with the LGBTQ plus folks in our city has been this huge part of it, and also for health, for social health, for public, and spending time with people I actually care about too.
So we've been working to build out a walking group. It's been growing, it's been getting a little bit busier, which is great.
It's really good to be a runner and just part of a group with other queer people and like-minded folk. It's just a place where you just don't have to explain yourself. You can be yourself and you're just kind of accepted. And, you're all here for running together as a group, but there's also the fellowship that goes along with it.
We are an LGBTQ plus group, but we're open to anyone. We don't ask. I just think everyone needs to go out and be respectful and have fun and meet people and not come with a singular purpose to come and meet and date.
Don't forget to check out Frontrunners Toronto's website. Andre Tardif in Toronto for Outlook TV.
Hey T, were you in Calgary checking out the Beyond Binary show?
Of course, I love anything that is inclusive.
T's got this next story.
I've got a story about inclusivity for you. It's a drag show run by the Calgary court called Beyond the Binary, welcoming all different types of drag. Let's go see the show.
The show is called Beyond Binary because we want to showcase some of the performers that aren't looked at as drag. Because they aren't drag. They are different forms of artistry, different forms of entertainment, pretty much. That's what I look at it as. So I think that they should be showcased too, compared to just drag or drag kings.
Myself, Alistair Hartfelt, and Jackie Lawrence are the two. We're the two that usually host a bi-weekly show. We came up with Beyond the Binary to kind of just showcase we're all about the trans community now, and going back to all of our roots. We have Jackie Lawrence, myself, Alistair Hart, and then we have Carl Tron, Dion Bellevaux, our Duchess of 48, and Kovu Bellevaux, which is our Duke.
Did you want to be part of the court?
Well, a couple of reasons. I have a transgender brother going through the process, and I just wanted to be more involved and be more community focused. I did do a lot of work in previous with other organizations. TELUS being one of them is where I started, being a volunteer, raising money, raising funds for certain events that were happening with TELUS. So this is kind of a step forward now of me just being involved and being more involved with the gay community specifically. If there's anyone out there who is struggling with trying to find their community, trying to find their family, this is a good way to kind of step forward, be a part of the experience, and just be supportive.
From the Texas Lounge in Calgary, my name is T for Outlook TV. Unfortunately, we have to take a break now.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
I've got some queer math for you. What do you get when you put image plus nation?
Is that the LGBTQ Montreal Film Festival?
You got it.
I am smart.
For almost 40 years, Montreal's Image and Nation Film Festival has been the witness and memory of queer history. In November, this new edition will feature a wide variety of new LGBT queer films from around the world, all available in the comfort of your own home. Let's meet Charlie Boudreau, Executive and Artistic Director of Image et Nation Film Festival.
Well, this is our 37th edition, and some exciting things are going to happen. So we are, of course, having our usual array of wonderful films from Canada and the world, and we're also doing an extra focus on filmmakers talking to audiences. So we're introducing this year a new section called I+N Connects, which is basically sessions where we will meet Canadian filmmakers and how they got there, what their inspirations are, their backgrounds. It's a fabulous way to discover the people who make Canadian queer movies, the Canadian queer voices from all backgrounds and all regions. There's films for everyone. You will have an extensive filtering system, so you just go choose what your interest is and you can find what suits your mood at the time. But for now, we can present a couple of films already. One of them being The Queen of My Dreams by Fazia Mirza.
If you want to know what your daughter will be like, uski ammi ko dekho. Karachi aa jao, maza aayega.
Hamari ammi rehti thi yahan 1969.
Which is an amazing Pakistani-Canadian film which shows the trajectory of a family from the historical point of view to the contemporary, and how identity and history tells a story of how one can be queer, and a larger story of how one can be a family. So that's a great watch.
And I think it's really awesome, you know, what you've done.
We Forgot to Break Up by Karen Knox, written by Zoe Whittle, who some of you might know, and also Pat Mills is a co-writer. Also a filmmaker that has made many films in Canada. This is a Toronto-based, kind of funky music group a la Fleetwood Mac, a bit of the like love connections between and the infighting and all of that. So that's a fabulous film also. On a playful note, we have a wonderful film from Georgia called Gondola by Vit Helmer. It's wonderfully playful. It's basically these two women who meet as chairlift operators in a small village in Georgia. There is no dialogue. It is based on music and beautiful cinematography. We're lucky enough to have a hybrid platform. That means that we're showing in-venue screenings, but also we're offering online screenings.
For more info, check out their website at image-nation.org. Queer filmmakers are freeze-framing our history and time. Let's support them by watching their stories. This has been Mario Langlois in Montreal, reporting for Outlook TV.
Andre takes us to Toronto for their court's Coronation number 38.
Hello everyone, salut tout le monde. The Imperial Court of Toronto is hosting Coronation 38, the Crowns That Care Gala, with showgirls, leather, and kilted men as themes. Let's find out what they have in store.
Coronation is that night when that one person or two have worked hard enough to be crowned Empress, Emperor, Empress. Coronation is a culmination of the work that our members have put in through the year.
You know what? This is my first time in Toronto, so I'm very excited. I've never really ventured further west than Winnipeg, so I just came out here to see what all the commotion's about.
The Imperial Court of Toronto!
This is my first coronation post stepping down, so I just want to continue representing my city and being a part of this organization and this international system. I have so many friends here, and every time I go to a coronation, I make new friends. I've changed a lot. I've grown a lot. It was a challenging year, but I know that coming out of it, I am a better person for it. It's not about the titles, but doing the work. But doing the work's hard, and that's what changed me. But I'm happy that I did that experience because I know I'm a better person because of it.
A lot of my friends come here. They're former monarchs, so they walk a lot here. And it's just like something I really enjoy doing. And it's one of those events that's where we all come together.
And every coronation for us is a celebration. We get to commemorate and celebrate the people that have worked so hard for our community. And it is important to us. We just became members of the council, and we're very proud of it, of all the work that they do.
Tonight is important because it represents another moment where we are extending legacy in the city of Toronto, a moment where we are continuing the hard work of the Imperial Court of Toronto in helping their community that is, feeding the folks that don't have food, that are housing the housing insecure, and we want to be able to support that not only in Canada but in the States. So excited to support their next reign and to celebrate this one. So the ICS is relevant to the LGBT community because the ICS represents LGBT royalty, and it's a really powerful and dynamic concept. So the fact that we are marginalized in so many ways in society, it gives LGBTQ folks a chance to feel like they are royalty. And if we see the royalty in one another, we elevate our status, we make ourselves more confident, and we show everyone that we belong here and that we should show each other that same respect.
Activism is something that we need in today's society. We need people to be standing up for what's right, giving voices to people that need to be heard. We're here to celebrate not only our beautiful community all over Canada and internationally, we are here to raise money, give voices to communities that need voices, and ultimately to look fabulous and have fun.
Support Emperor 37, Okinawa U Kevin, and we're here to raise money for charities, local charities, so we can give back to the community and each do our part to make the world a better place.
Emperor 38, Robert J. Kelly. In the tradition of Jose, hip hip hooray! Hip hip.
Thank you all for being with us. This is Andre Tardif in Toronto for Outlook TV.
Well, that's all the time we have left for this episode of Outlook TV, but we will come back.
And we hope we've made you come back and check us out on all our social media platforms, and better yet, volunteer with us.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Emily Ann Fraser.
And my name is T.
Stay fabulous, Canada.